mean, what can I say? Belt to ass. Now, that's what you do to a losing Giants team. But let's get straight into it. Ooh, man, I got to see the game live. Y'all all know it was my wife's birthday weekend. We did a lot Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I had to sneak and watch the game. I had it in the AirPod the whole time. You know, I'm watching and watching. I actually went home to rewatch a little bit more. And man, I gotta salute these guys. It's about 3, 4 guys. I was on their ass. One, Brett Toth. Brett Toth. I kept saying, bench his ass, bench his ass, bench him. He trash. But man, that boy came out to play. He's like, y'all keep calling me ass? All right, cool. I got something for y'all. The run game opened up. Pass game was great. And mind you, this is Dexter Lawrence in these guys. I ain't see the PFF grades. I would not be surprised if Brett's off in the top 5 in PFF grades. And if I find out, I'll put it here. I'm telling you, he had one of those games. I'm like, holy shit. This what we've been missing. And I would say this. I would rather 100% Toph than the 60-65% Cam Jurgens at this point. Toph, you gave him a whole week of practice. He looked good with the starting unit. You got to salute him. We've been on his ass. We've been saying bench him, put in Drew Kendall. But when you get a game like that, you can't argue the results. He looked really good. He looked like he looked like a starting center in this league. Now, mind you, we did do a lot more under center this game. And he was actually really good in the shotgun too. So yeah, I like how Brett Toth looked. I really did, man. And again, the run game. The run game. Man, I mean balance. I mean, Jalen Hurts was efficient. 15 to 20. Under 200 yards, but you can't argue the 15 to 20 with 4 touchdowns. 4? And I kept telling y'all what I say 2 weeks ago. Jalen Hurts in the MVP conversation. What did y'all say to me? Nah, Igual, hold your brakes. We don't know about that because this, that, and the third. I'm like, man, look at the numbers. Look how efficient he's been. Besides that Giants game, the first one, Jalen Hurts been immaculate this season. But we was focusing on the play call and all the negatives, which we should have been doing. But I'm like, yo, Jalen Hurts is low-key having a good season. And now that we went in looking good, and people are like, hold on, wait. You got to put Jalen Hurts in that conversation. So you're starting to see the conversation like, yeah, Jalen Hurts might be in that top 5. But back to the guys I want to give some love to. And speaking of running backs, Tank Bigsby. Now, this is not Tank Bigsby's fault why I was saying like, yo, why the hell did we get Tank Bigsby? It was more the personnel thing. And I like this little switch up that we did. We was like, hold on, wait. We got this mixed up, bro. Like, we got this totally mixed up. Tank Bigsby, you're RB2, and Will Shipley, you kick return. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful because Will Shipley was really good on special teams. He was getting us to the 35. He was getting us to the 40. And Tank Bigsby, I mean, he had 9, 10 runs. He made the most out of those 9, 10 runs. Over 100 plus yards, I think like 109. So he's averaging like a little over 10 yards a carry. And it wasn't cheap yards. He was carrying guys, had dudes on his back fighting for extra yardage. That dude deserves more snaps. And again, even Will Shipley, the special teams, he was great. I thought him and the Gibson kid did a really good job. So we made an immediate change there. And it worked out really well. So I got to give the coaching staff credit for that. But again, I wasn't on Tank Bigsby ass because I thought he was ass. I'm like, why we get Tank Bigsby and we're not going to use Tank Bigsby how I thought we was going to use him, man. And the Eagles made that change, and I love it. I definitely love it. The third guy, Keely Ringo. He wasn't targeted a lot. He did have like one busted coverage. I don't think it went on him, but overall, he got bullied the first time. This time around, he had a decent day. He was good. I mean, you ain't hear his name a lot, and when you don't hear his name a lot, that is a good sign. So Keely Ringo did really good, opposite of Quinyon Mitchell. Now, when it was him and Adoree Jackson, it was just not that good. But him and Quinyon, that was a pretty good duo. It was good, but honestly, when Adoree Jackson come back, I think I want Dory to get that spot, or even Ja'Cory and Bennett. But the guy I thought they was gonna bully, they did not. So shout out to Keely Ringo holding it down. And I gotta give credit to the play caller. I felt like the first time we played a lot of man, we underestimated Jackson Dart legs. And he was killing us with his legs, him and Scatterboo. So the adjustments by Vic Fangio worked, and Keely Ringo again had a good day. That was another guy. And last but certainly not least, Kevin Patullo. That's how you call a game. That's how you call a game. And I was on Kevin Patullo head. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But I kept saying, like, the passing game is there. I'm like, we a passing team first. But this team has to figure it out how to run the ball. I even seen some screens. I seen some screens. I seen some outside runs. I seen some tosses. I'm like, okay, Kevin Patullo. Okay. That's how you call a game. And it worked out for us. Saquon Barkley had the 60-plus yarder to basically start the game. Again, Tank Bigsby had a great day. And I can't just talk about the players. Kevin Patullo called one hell of a game. I like the play actions. I like the under center. He got in that bag, man. There was some throws over the middle. And honestly, the throws over the middle were great because we've been fighting with that with Kellen Moore and even Shane Steichen. Like, yo, let Jalen Hurts throw over the middle a little more. In this offense, he's thrown it and over the middle. He's also under center a lot more as the season go on. Now, don't completely abandon the shotgun. I like that we still using the shotgun, but I gotta give credit to Kevin Patullo. He got in that bag. And I always thought he got some. I was seeing the potential in the beginning of the season. I'm like, he got some in the passing game, but it's some with his adjustment, and it's some he just can't get the run game right because you got to remember he was a passing game coordinator, but he made those adjustments, he made those changes, and the offense looked great. Now you're going into the bye hot. You're going into the bye hot, and I like it. I like this one. It was a statement when, like, we here, even without our star guy, A.J. Brown, we're not going to talk about A.J. Brown deleting tweets and all this goofy stuff. I don't know what's going on. We're not going to talk about that. But the game itself, without A.J. Brown, you look that dominant. I like it. I like it. I like it, man. Gotta shout out those guys. Now let's just start with units in general since we was talking about offense. Again, the offense was great. The offense was great. And we made this other change too. Tight end too. He said, fuck you, Grant Calcaterra. You, EJ Jenkins. Y'all don't want to block? Fuck it. Fred Johnson, you're tight end too. That was a huge adjustment by the offense. Whoever thought of that was like a genius. Like, you know what? We ain't getting no blocking out of Grant Calcaterra and these guys. And we need a blocking tight end. We gonna make an offensive lineman a tight end. And Fred Johnson did one hell of a job. And hell, we even threw the ball with Fred Johnson in because he was literally tight end too. Like Devontae and Jahad Dotson can get open. And shout out to Devontae. Well, like 6 catches, 80+ yards. Dotson, to me, the patient guy. He had his catch, deep shot. And you heard what he said about Jalen Hurts after the game. Like, yo, what he was asked, like, what's going on with like Jalen Hurts in a positive way? Like Jalen Hurts is on this heater on this street. He's like, he just showing everybody. We all knew he was a great quarterback. So Jahad Dotson, I mean, I keep telling y'all, man, if y'all into that gambling and all that stuff, Dallas Goedert is damn near a guaranteed anytime touchdown. I'm telling you, man, Dallas Goddard been phenomenal in the red zone. Phenomenal in the red zone. So Dallas Goddard, man, he's cooking. He's cooking. So shout out to Goddard. And again, man, this offense, I like the tight end two switch up. I like us using Tank Bisbee more. Saquon looked like he haven't lost a step. I know he had his groin injury, but he looked fine to me. He jogged off the field after the game. It was just no point of putting him back in the game. Like, why put him in the game? We blowing somebody out. Hell, we even just pulled all the starters at one point. I like it. I like what I seen from this offense. Now, this defense, I still say we need an edge rusher. We need edge rushers. The defensive tackles. I thought the edge group had one of their better days. I thought Jalen Hunt was really good. He did miss a sack and he got his first sack. So he could have had two sacks in this game. Moro Jomo, man, oh man, still looking good. I thought Jordan Davis, especially in the run game, stopping the run was really good. Jalen Carter got a sack. Josh Uche got cheated out of a sack. It was a strict fumble. And then the very next play, the Giants fans get mad at us because they thought it wasn't an OPI on Slayton, but I thought Slayton pushed off. I don't know. I mean, tit for tat. I thought the officiating on both sides was ticky tacky. You know, they wasn't calling the game really fair on either side. I don't know what the officiating was doing, to be honest. Well, overall, man, that defensive front looked good. I was surprised by this though, and I think I'm gonna deep dive into it just a little more when I seen the Kobe Dean outsnap Jahad Campbell. I was shocked by that. And the Kobe Dean had a great day. The only time he looked bad, and it's always been his weakness, is coverage. I thought that was the time where you should have subbed N'Kobe Dean out. It's a third down, obvious pass play. That's the touchdown, running back touchdown play I'm talking about. I thought you should have subbed N'Kobe Dean out and put in Jahad Campbell in an obvious pass play. But overall, N'Kobe Dean looked good. I thought Jahad Campbell looked great too. Jahad Campbell almost got a sack. He was holding on to Jackson Dart leg for dear life, and I think it was Josh Uche. Somebody got there and got the sack. Maybe it was Jalen Hunt. I think it was Jalen Hunt that got him. But yeah, man, I thought everything was perfect. Was damn near perfect. Again, I talked about Keely Ringo. I thought he was phenomenal in the spot he played in. I thought Reed Blankenship could have been better. I've been a huge critic of Reed Blankenship this year, and y'all know how I feel about Reed Blankenship. I kept saying anytime he's asked to like be that guy, be that number one guy, I just haven't seen it. You know, the 2023 season, he wasn't that great. You put him next to, CJ Garner Johnson. The following year, he looked great. And now this year, he's next to Makuba, don't look great. I feel like he's a good compliment, like, to somebody. He's a Robin. And I don't mean that in no disrespect. It's just that I don't see him as the Batman guy or the safeties. I just don't. Whereas though when you look at some of these top safeties in the league, I don't see Reed Blankenship in that same room. I see Reed Blankenship, a guy you could possibly keep, put him on a cheap deal, whatever. But like cashing out on Reed Blankenship, no, I just don't see it. But again, overall, great game. This is not the time to criticize. This is really the time to like, yo, we celebrating. You got a big victory. You going into the bye. You looking good. You lost 2 games. I just seen the Cowboys get blown out. We know Washington, I believe, play Monday. Like, even their last game, they got blown out. We damn near can run away with the NFC East if we handle our business. And if we keep handling our business, we don't really have to look at the NFC East. This is the time where you fighting for the number one seed. You got to start looking at, all right, what Tampa doing? All right, we got one up on them. We do play Detroit. So when we play Detroit, we got to get the one up on them. Who else a division leader in the South? Well, it's Tampa in the South. We got the East. Who got the North Lions? Yeah, and you gotta look at like the Rams, and you even got one up on them. So when we play Detroit, we got to get that one up. We got to beat all these division leader type guys. Because then if all our records are damn near the same, they're going to give it to the Eagles. Because it's like, damn, you beat Detroit. Damn, you beat Buccaneers. I think we played Green Bay. I think they fighting for that spot with the Lions. So you'll have one on Green Bay and Detroit if you could pull that off. So Eagles just got to handle their business. NFC East, like the Cowboys. I'm mad we let the Giants beat us that one game, but we gotta get back. In Washington, we see them towards the end of the season. It looked like that old team is catching up to them, and we handle business against them towards the end of the season. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, man. And it's just at this point, get that number one seed, get that bye. We got to start looking ahead like that. I'm not saying take the NFC East lightly when you see them, but what I'm saying is that your real opponents, like real opponents, are outside the division. They outside of the division. Cowboys are not serious. Washington too hurt. Giants too many injuries. They got to figure it out. And Eagles, we here right now. We here right now. But that's all I got for you guys today. And hey, man, what do you think? And how do you feel on this Victory Monday? Feel good. Get two in a row again, going to the bye. That Green Bay game, I should be able to stream. Obvious reasons I couldn't stream. I couldn't really do anything Sunday. That was just a family day. I'm sorry, y'all, but I got to watch the game in full twice. Twice I got to see it, and we're gonna talk about more stats and all that Tuesday. We're gonna deep dive into some of these guys, the goods, the bads, off field drama. We're gonna talk about that too later this week. But this is Eagle Out, man. I'm up.